This week, I'm going to show you our daily. So, when we were shopping for a new daily a couple years ago, I knew I wanted a Sequoia because my dad drives a Tundra. He bought it new in 2003. One of the best trucks I've ever seen operate. If you keep up with the maintenance, it'll last forever. So I wanted a 2004 to 2006 Sequoia SR5 four-wheel drive. Because I wanted the SR5 because I wanted the cloth interior. I didn't want a sunroof. And I wanted a four-wheel drive because four-wheel drive is cool. And I wanted something with under 150,000 miles because, you know, I wasn't trying to break the bank by buying a new one, but I wasn't trying to buy something that was on its last leg. So what I ended up with was a 2002 with 248,000 miles. It ran on like 6 or 7 cylinders. It's a limited, so it's got leather and a sunroof. But we bought this car like 3 years ago, and we've got, I don't know, $5,000 or $6,000 in it, and it's hands down like the best vehicle we've ever owned. The only other best vehicle we've ever owned was a 2011 Camry that sadly passed away last year. In the arms of the angel, fly. The interior is appointed with plush leather seating in all 3 rows. The third row's in there. We'll show you. We'll get to that in a minute. I mean, standard Sequoia. It's well, fires right up. The AC blows cold. It currently has 286,000 miles on it. It's got this goofy touchscreen radio that I hate. I mean, it's for being a 21-year-old Japanese SUV, it's pretty good. For those of you wondering about the sunroof, me and it have history. So when we got it and you open this up, you can see the sky. Now you can't. We've never got it to work. We've never been able to make it open with the buttons, and I'm like too scared to do it now because we got in the truck one morning on the way to church and backed right out here, and when I cranked the wheel to the left and it like shifted the weight like that as we stopped in the middle of the road, I got a big old lap full of water out of, I think it was like it was this area right here. Just right on my lap, right there. And it upset me. So what I ended up doing was ordering some silver vinyl wrap. It is not pretty. I could have done it way better, but I spent like $15 on the vinyl wrap and the install kit, and it hasn't leaked a drop since. Check engine lights on, but that's because the knock sensors are out, or one of them's out or something. I know what it is. The truck runs fine with the sensors bad, and it costs quite a bit of money to replace both sensors, and they recommend you place the harnesses as well. And it's one of those things like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know? One day, when I'm rich and famous, I'll probably replace them, but until that day comes, probably not. One of the cool things about the Sequoia is when you turn on the rear air, there is a whole separate HVAC system in the back of the truck that helps supplement this system. So we're gonna go back there and kind of have a look around. Oh, told you the AC works. The heated seats also work, and when we bought it, the power folding mirrors worked. And then we drove it through a automatic car wash and forgot to fold them in, and then the automatic car wash stripped all the gears out of them. But the power feature still works on that mirror. This harness actually got messed up, so that's a whole nother project that may or may not happen. So let's go to the back. Very spacious. You can fit a very full-grown adult in here. If memory serves, these seats slide? No, the third row slides. But these do recline. You can see how it's all the scent wheel. This is the bad. This is so. This is two benches together. It's like the middle plus the driver's side is one seat, and then the passenger side is one seat. So let's go around. Huh. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam, I am. Okay, so this is the seat that allows access to the third row. So you pull this little dude here. Hoocha! I said, hoocha! There it goes. And then when it slams down, it automatically like releases from the hooks back there and sits up. Oh, it's hooked on the car seat. And then these little dudes go click to keep it from flopping around. And this is for if you're carrying something big and you don't have the third row in here. It's dirty. I didn't clean it. This is where you keep all your goodies. If I can figure out how to get into it. Oh, it says turn this way. All right. Aha! My goodies! There it goes. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's in there. There. It's back. So, the back hatch gave me about a year of problems. But let me get my keys out real quick. This is like one of my favorite features of the truck that serves no economic purpose, and we don't even really use it. Like, I use it when I go to Home Depot and buy lumber. But that's pretty baller. I dig it. And then I can't roll it up from here, so I'm gonna have to go back up, turn the power on, roll it back up. But first, I gotta pull that back so it doesn't grab the glass. It's a whole thing. It's handy when it's handy, but when you roll it down when it's not handy, it sucks. So, I don't really care. Also, like I was telling you, the back hatch was an item of conversation for about a year. If you look up in here, there's a handle, but it don't do anything. There's a button right here, though, if you listen very closely. I'm gonna put you down here where the mechanism is. I'm gonna press it. There's a company called, I think they're called York Solutions, that makes a, what's it called? A solenoid kit for these trucks. And I wired it in, and it's not parasitic or anything. I wired it straight to the battery. They give you things to like jump it into the factory harness, but I don't like that. Let's see. So back here, we're in the back now, and you're looking at these seats and you're like, these are facing backwards, and you would be correct. I'm gonna show you them flipped up. So now you can kind of see the appeal. I don't ever carry enough people in this vehicle to warrant putting these seats in here correctly. I also can't get these seats back out now that I've put them in here. I put them in here once and got them out, but I can't do it again, and I don't know why. So I think if these ever do come out, it's gonna be because I cut the legs off of them. But I don't feel the need to do that. Now, if you could mount them in here correctly, you see these bars right here? They'll slide back and forth, and they recline. So if you're in the back row, you can slide it all the way back and recline, and even the third row's really comfy in this thing. Oh yeah, the air conditioner. That's what this is. This don't let this alarm you. I carry this as a just in case, but it has literally been hanging on this thing since like the month after we bought this truck. We haven't had to open it at all. I forgot how to get into that. You get a pry it open right there. There's the only thing back there is air conditioning components, just an auxiliary factory air conditioner to help pump air to these vents in the back. So I'm just gonna hang that back up. And then over here is just storage. From what I understand, the 80 series Land Cruisers and the LX 450 Lexus has this little storage compartment as well. Got my little pull rope in there. I don't really want to snatch with it. I've seen what happens when you snatch with that rope, and that's why it's as short as it currently is. We got the regular old receiver. Got the factory wiring in there. It all works. It tows really nice. Cruise control cannot get its life together at all. It hunts for gears, even on flat surfaces. It's not great. I probably need to flush and refill the transmission. And that's kind of what this little video, this is like a build plan video. So this thing needs maintenance before it gets mods. It would be easier to go find an SR5 4-wheel drive. Because I don't like the leather. I like the cloth interiors better. I don't like the sunroof. That's really the only limited edition features that this has that I don't like. It has like the JBL stereo system in it, but when whoever put this head unit put it in, not all the speakers got hooked up. So I would like to, in no particular order, get the stereo system working correctly. I would like to put a factory JBL head unit back in it just because it does everything I need it to do. I would like to do the knock sensors. I want to do new 12-hole Denso injectors. I'd really like to put some Kelford cams and a TRD supercharger on this thing. I would like to manual swap it as well. Let me think. Which transmission? It's like the 2006 Tacoma 4-cylinder transmission, the manual. I think will bolt to a 2UZ, which is what this is. And then you can bolt a manual FJ Cruiser case to that transmission, and then you've got a 5-speed and a manual transfer case. And I would eventually like to solid axle this thing. The rear end is actually a factory 4-link, and it's 2-wheel drive. It's just, you know, standard, what is it, wishbone suspension with upper and lower control arms and struts. Nothing too fancy. Maybe get rid of some of the body cladding, put some actual sliders on it. I live in South Arkansas. There's not much rock around here, but it would be cool to be able to, you know, reliably drive this thing out to southern Utah and go do some rocks in it. I had to get inside the truck with the air conditioning because it's hot. thermometer in here says 90 degrees, but it's so humid outside. Anyway, for axles, I would like to do a so Dirt Lifestyle Nate actually did something that I would like to do, because I think the Toyotas are passenger side drop transfer cases, and the Ford high pinion Dana 60 from the Super Duties is left-hand drop, and he actually put one in a Land Rover Discovery, and he flipped it. He cut the tubes and changed sides on it. I would like to do something like that, and then put Chevy outers on it, and then put a 14 bolt in the back, because I just think that would be a really solid setup. I think it would cruise great down the road, because it's still just a Super Duty axle in the front and a 3/4 ton Chevy axle in the back. I think it would function just fine. For long trips, I think it would still be a great daily, and I think the Beef would hold up off-road quite well. And do like chrome ollies and ARB air lockers, steel bumper winch. I probably won't cage it. I don't think this is that kind of, I don't think it's that kind of party for this thing. I think like level 3 and level 4 trails is probably all I would ever do in this. Now the Samurai, you can't see it. There it is. The Samurai, she's for the streets. Well, the streets. The rocky streets. I want to be able to take that to Moab and do level 6, level 7 trails. Take it to the Rubicon Trail. There's another trail out in California, and I can't remember it. Anyway, I want that one to be like a hardcore rock crawler, but we'll get to that when we get to it. But I think I've showed you everything about this vehicle that I'm going to show you, and I've just about told you everything that I want to do with it. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm a little bit peckish, so I'm gonna go inside and shower and eat and hang out with my girls. So, until next time, thanks for watching.